The Stormwind army has placed a bounty on Murloc lurkers and foragers in Elwyn. Slaughter them and bring me their torn Murloc fins, and the Stormwind army will reward you well. The Murlocs have built a village at Stone Cairn Lake north of here, and another to the south where the stream forks.
The plan is set in motion. Take that once great bastion of faith, Heroes Vigil, as our base camp, and we'll begin to move reinforcements to you from Westfall, once you've sent word that it's been suitably prepared. The area is all but forgotten to the citizens and soldiers of Stormwind. It should prove a perfect staging point for our attacks. Defias will take back Stormwind. I await your response.
Greetings. You have the fins? Great. Marshal Dugan is anxious about the Murloc situation in eastern Elwyn, and I'd like to tell him that it's becoming under control. Your actions have helped realize that. Be careful. Hail, adventurer. I am charged to patrol this stretch of road. Although the road is safe for now, I've seen Gnoll encampments to the north and east of here. Lakeshire must know of the gathering Gnoll force. Report to Deputy Feldon in Lakeshire and tell him of the Gnolls. Do this, and I'm sure Feldon will offer you a scout's wage. Feldon's usually inspecting the area south of the bridge to Lakeshire. There are Redridge Gnolls that close to Elwyn. They may be poised to advance into our homeland. Soon the people of Lakeshire may not be the only humans under siege. Here is your pay, though you bring us dire news. And it comes at a bad time, for we are ill-equipped to deal with it. We don't have men to spare, but something must be done about those Gnolls you reported to me. Scout Southern Redridge for Gnolls. Harry them, kill those you can, and report back to me with a count of their numbers. and an assessment of the threat they present. You may find those gnolls camped all along the southern road of Redridge. Do this for the Stormwind Army, adventurer, and you will be rewarded. I've been using so much iron keeping the Stormwind guards outfitted, I don't have enough to supply the stable's horses with shoes. Take this note to blacksmith Argus in Goldshire. It explains to him my problem and requests a shipment of horseshoes. These are trying times, adventurer. The township is under constant siege. Without reinforcements, we will certainly face defeat. The message I now entrust to you is of utmost importance. Get this report to General Marcus Jonathan of Stormwind immediately. Once your delivery is made, return to me at once with any news, be it good or bad. Now make haste.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you? Can you do me a favor? I've prepared a lunch for Guard Parker, but he's out on patrol. He's a big, strong Stormwind guard who can defend himself, but it's much too dangerous out there for a townsperson like me. So if you deliver his lunch for me, then come back here and I'll give you a free lunch. Parker patrols the stretch of road leading to Duskwood.
I find myself in quite a pinch here, adventurer. So, Stoutmantle sent you? Well, I own. What I am about to tell you could cost me my life. The Defias gang is up to something big. Last I heard they were working in conjunction with various gnolls, kobolds, and even goblins. Take this note to Stoutmantle. It explains as much as I know on the subject. Looking for something specific? Well met. Thanks, I could really use a meal. Guarding Lakeshire from the orcs and gnolls is tough work. Before you go back to Darcy, can you bring her some flowers for me? You can get them at the herbalist shop back in Lakeshire, at the west end of town. But when you get the flowers, don't tell the herbalist Marty whom they're from or whom they're for.
I'm going to read some of these as I walk. Wiley's note. Stout Mantle. Some nerve sending a total stranger to discuss the Defias gang. Once you saved my life, and now we put it in great peril. But I owe you. The Defias Brotherhood is larger than you think. Every mine from Westfall to Elwyn Forest is under their control. Kobolds and gnolls have been enlisted to do their dirty work. They have goblins crafting metal monsters to place in the Westfall fields to prey on the superstitions of the local residents. They have a vast underground network built, bigger than you know, Stout Mantle. From Booty Bay right to Stormwind Keep, you may be a brave paladin, but you are a fool if you think you can shut them down. They're working on a weapon of mass destruction. After all, if there's one thing stonemasons know, it's how to build big. You didn't think this was about pumpkin farms and vineyards, now did you? I repaid your favor. Leave me be. State of Lakeshire. My lord! War is upon us. Doom hearkens from our doorstep. As magistrate of the township of Lakeshire, it is my duty to report the recent military activity that has taken place in His Majesty's easternmost colony. Contained within these pages, you will find an account of the state of Lakeshire, nestled within the Redridge Mountains. The loss of the Stonewatch Keep was very grave. In previous reports, I detailed for you the alliance between Blackrock clan of orcs and the warlock known as Morganth. The Blackrock orcs fought with horrific savagery, undoubtedly fueled by the evil magic of Morganth. Many of His Majesty's most valiant soldiers perished trying to defend the keep, but ultimately nothing could be done. Oddly enough, Morganth turned on his orcish cohort shortly after their wretched victory. The warlock constructed an arcane tower in the northeast, and has used his powers to build a small army of Shadowhide gnolls to serve his malicious bidding. Both orc and man have fallen victim to the vicious brutes that serve the warlock. As to what betrayal took place between Morganth and Gath-Ilzog, the Blackrock warlord, one can only speculate at this point. To our peril, the foul orcs seem more concerned with the demise of His Majesty's good citizens. In the last fortnight, the Blackrock clan staged a ruthless offensive on Lakeshire. Many brave men lost their lives that grim day. The orc forces advanced with such speed and fury that the bridge spanning Everstill was brought to ruin. Our war supplies have greatly dwindled. We lack bandages to mend the wounds of the fallen. Now I ask of His Majesty to support the good people of Lakeshire in this time of need. We are in need of new soldiers to defend the territory, as well as new instruments of war to replace those lost in the battlefield. Food and building supplies run low as well. Please, my lord, help us keep the final bastion between man and wretched orc thriving. The enemy must be kept out of the kingdom of Stormwind. I fear a greater and darker evil brewing in the cauldron of corruption that Northlands have become. It is imperative that the kingdom of Stormwind take action, lest we seek to become fading memories to the living or slaves to the enemy. Signed, Magistrate Solomon, Township of Lakeshire, Kingdom of Stormwind. Now, Argus, as you know, I'm up to my neck in repair requests from the army. I can't complain about all the work, but it's depleting my supply of iron. I don't have enough iron for horseshoes, as you all know. I know you always keep a large stock. I'd like to borrow 50 pairs of shoes until I get my next shipment of iron. You have my gratitude. Alright.
What can I do for you? Yeah, so old Burner needs some shoes, does he? Okay, I'll give him his 50 horseshoes. Here they are, all boxed up and ready to go. Tell Werner it was a pleasure doing business, and be sure he reads the note attached to this crate.
Be careful.
A note is attached to the crate. It reads, Werner, sorry to hear Redridge is having such trouble. Here are the shoes you need. Please pay me 100 silver at your earliest convenience. Or if you like, you can pay me in underbelly scales from black dragon whelps. I hear dragon whelps are common in the Redridge Mountains. Because we're friends, 4 scales will be enough. Thanks. Argus.